How's it? My name is David Carl, and I've basically told everyone I will never ever to stand up without an audience. And Kate Goliath calls and it's like, hey, I'm doing this thing. Comedy Central is doing this thing. With Savannah, it was a long fucking WhatsApp. I didn't really read. I just, I kind of like scrambled through it, and then I saw the amount, and I saw like $600, and I was like, fuck it, I'll do it, because that's 600 Rand more than I've made from comedy since March. So here I am doing stand-up with fuck all audience. I don't think you can do stand-up comedy without a live audience. First of all, look, you kind of could. You sort of could. Back in the days, I did the original Fat Joe show where there was no live audience. But back then, you could talk to the crew. You could talk to the camera guys, the sound guys. Today, there's a crew, but fuck, everyone is wearing a mask. I don't know if it's a cameraman or if it's John Flesmas. Nobody knows. You don't even know if the people are laughing or if they're dying from breathing their own carbon dioxide. Because with the live audience, right, there's always, without fail, any stand-up comedy show, in the audience, probably front seat, there's always a fat guy. And I'm not trying to body shame. I'm not trying to, talk shit about overweight people. Don't be trying to fucking tweet and trend about bullshit. There's always a fat guy in the audience, okay? Or there's a fat guy in the audience wearing a leather jacket, okay? Or there's a fat guy with a hot chick. Or there's a fat guy and his fat friends, always in the front row. So you can always talk about, hey buddy, you are here again. Fuck, Jason, I'm gonna do the same show, right? But we miss this shit, man. I guess it's kind of like the new normal, if you wanna call it that. Now there's like levels to this shit. You get those calls. Hi, can you do a comedy set? There's a breakaway with this company and they're doing. Of course, everybody's at home. I'm like, fuck. Now I'm sitting at home looking into my laptop. You are there killing yourself for like 30 minutes. And then in the 29th minute, your fucking 2-year-old starts crying and then has to sit on your lap, and then the feedback comes back, oh my God, when your child started crying and came into the shot, that was so beautiful, that was so funny. That was like the last 1 minute of a fucking 30-40 minute set, and all you remember is this 2-year-old that, well, my wife says is mine, so I'm playing along. It seems that's all I do these days. We used to perform for like 3,000, 4,000 people. I've done shows for 10,000 people. Now there's 4 people in my house. None of them are paying. Everyone is a comp. It's really gone to shit thanks to this COVID cack. I have to be honest. The biggest disconnection for me is even my sangomas, now they also have to work online. So now sangomas, traditional healers, everyone is working online now, which is a bit tricky for those of you who don't understand how sangomas or traditional healers work, or ancestors. If you're trying to get in touch with the underground gang, is what they're called, like your elders. If you're trying to get in touch with them, you need to see a traditional healer, or most people call them sangomas. They have a direct line to your ancestors. But timing is important. So timing is very important, because the sangoma has to wait for the messages to come from the other side, from the underground gang. And then they kind of chill there. You can tell when like their phones are vibrating. When they're getting the messages, the messages are coming through. Some of them throw bones, some just know their shit so well, they don't even throw bones anymore. It's like having a manual, being a sangoma, and no longer using the manual. So some would still throw bones. Then they throw the bones and they spread all over. And then they start analyzing what they are seeing. They tell you, oh yeah, look at that shell. Oh, look at that dice where it's gone. Yeah, this thing here, I buy a lawyer here. Yeah, no, there's witchcraft here. This one, there's always the woman next door or your best friend. Those are the first two suspects when shit is hitting the fan in your life. So now all this is happening online, on WhatsApp video calls, on Zoom. Not everyone has data, not everyone has high-speed internet. Sometimes the Sangomas or you are trying to connect, your ancestors are arriving, your data is shit because you are still on ADSL. So now the ancestors are trying to, you have no way of telling your ancestors, uncle, I can see you, but I can't hear you. You're on mute. I'm not getting the messages. Can you imagine your Sangoma throwing in bones and then trying to show them to you with their phone camera on WhatsApp? Yeah, you see the shell is upside down. The shell is upside. That's your marriage. That's it. Sorry, let me move over here, because now your wife is next to you. Signal, let me move away. I'm just gonna move to this side. Yeah, you see the dice is far, it's away from everything else. But now you're no longer even looking at the Sangoma because they have their phone camera and they're trying to show you the bones. You see the dice, yeah, it's away from everything. That's your money. It's just too much. I can't do this shit. Some things have sort of remained the same, not everything. And that's if ever you're stopped by a cop for whatever. It used to be for speeding. Now, if there's a curfew at 10 o'clock and you're being stopped by a cop, the chances are it's 10:05. But you don't have to go to jail. You don't necessarily have to go to jail. There's a way of getting out. You still have to give them a drink. Just put something. In fact, if you think they won't take cash because of COVID, they will drive you to an ATM. Or they just bring a speed point. It's just, fuck. Nothing is the same. Fuck all is the same anymore. Fuck it. I can't do this shit. My name is David Carl. I think I've already invoiced, so I'm done with this shit.